Well, welcome back to the IPFW Mark IV Classic, and we have a score to correct. Grand Valley beat Gannon in 4 games. It was 12-15, 17-15, 15-5, and 17-15. We also had the results of the last game on court 2. Oakland defeated Ashland 15-6. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Ashland defeated Oakland 15-6, 15-3, 15-3. In Pool B, Ashland is leading, Oakland second, and St. Joe third. Coming up here real quick on court 1 will be IPFW versus Gannon. And Loy, what kind of attitude do you have to come out with after playing one game and sitting out one, or even as Gannon just coming off of a game and having to turn right around and play again?
I would definitely have to say that IPFW has the advantage here. Even though they did not play well their first match against Grand Valley State, they had time to rest, unlike Gannon, who, like you said, came off that 4-game match, and all the scores were very high, and the game was very long, and it was a very hard-fought game by Gannon. But I think IPFW, we'll see a different IPFW team here. I'm sure Coach Lisa Sheehan has talked to her troops during the little timeout, and I'm sure she's trying to fire them up, and I don't think she has to help too much, because I think the girls realize they didn't play well, and they're ready to come back strong now and give 100%, and I think we'll definitely see a different team on the court for IPFW.
Well, I hope so, because we sure didn't see the team that I think has played in the last conference, the last tournament game, and even against Hillsdale. It must have been a totally different team than what we saw in game 1, and I hope that we see that kind of game here in game 2. I believe they are going to come to the net here, and we'll get going with this first game.
The starters for IPFW right now are number 2, Julie Huber, number 14, Bonnie Canal, number 15, Kristen Gorsline, number 13, Jana Plummer, number 11, Jill Lyon, and number 12, Temple Swoverlin.
And the starters for Gannon will be 7, Kathy Wodas, 14, Paula Grom, 15, Janet Palmieri, number 8, Jessica Rary, and let's see who else we have out there. Right now we can't see their numbers. We'll fill you in on who else is starting.
I had a chance to talk with Jill Lyon, the setter, in between games, and she has a new attitude. She knows she didn't play as well as she can, so she's going to come and try to take control of this game and fire her team up and hopefully lead IPFW to their first home victory.
Okay, also on Gannon was number 9, Mary Wiener. Gannon began the serve here, so we'll see how we get going.
There's a kill by Gannon, number 8, Jessica Rary, with the overpass kill. So Gannon right away jumps off to a lead, 1-0. Number 14, Paula Grom, is still back to serve.
There's a nice serve by Paula Grom.
Gannon back on the attack. And the ball falls on IPFW's side. That looked like a little bit like we saw earlier. I hope they don't stick with that pattern. No one's going for the ball defensively there on that play, but it's early, so it's hard to say.
Right, we'll see what happens. It's 2-0 Gannon, and with another nice serve. Oh, there's a nice kill by Bonnie Cannell. That's what we need to see, and they're going to have to get going on that front line in this game, because in the last game, Gannon really played tough.
She's definitely one of our biggest hitters, and right there we see how hard Bonnie can hit the ball, and hopefully Jill can get her the ball outside. Temple Swoverlin back to serve right now for the Volleyball. There's a tough serve by Temple. Oh, good defensive play by Jill Lyons, but they couldn't quite get the ball back over the net.
Kathy Wodas with that nice play for Gannon, and they have side out.
I think it's really important here for the Lady Dons to get their passing back so they can run some offense. They had some problem there in the first game, so hopefully everyone has that straightened out, and we'll get back to see some good passing, good offense. Right there, number 15 for IPFW, Kristen Gorsline with the tool off the block. Side out, IPFW.
Well, we're going to need to see a lot of that. Right here we have another substitution, number 3, Denise Scheinman, coming in for Kristen Gorsline, and they made that substitution quite a bit in the first game. We'll see if it works out in this one.
Nice serve by Denise. Right there, Denise, our defensive specialist, overpassing that ball. She comes in like that situation, definitely has to come in and play well. We can't have her doing that. It's an easy kill for Gannon.
Number 9, Mary Weinert back to serve for Gannon.
There's a lift call right there on number 7, I believe, from Gannon, Kathy Wotus.
We might see a lot of that come into effect with this game. Gannon played tough against Grand Valley, not tough enough to win it, but they may have some errors, and the tiredness and the heat may get to them, and hopefully IPFW, with that last break that they had, we won't see as many errors as we saw in the first game.
Right there's a perfect example, hitting the ball outside the antenna, so hopefully what you say will come true and help IPFW out a little more.
Nice serve by Bonnie.
There we had the smallest girl in IPFW trying to hit that ball over Jill Lyons. She's kind of over and outside on the other side, but it was a good try by Jill.
Going back to serve is Kathy Wotus for Gannon.
Got to watch Kathy play the first game. Really good player. Hits the ball very hard on the outside. Very dynamic. We should keep our eye on her.
There we go. We need a lot of that. Julie Herber coming from the outside, putting it down the middle, not giving Gannon a whole lot of options on playing that ball.
Yeah.
That was Julie Huber with that serve. Tell you, in that play right there, IPFW once again wasn't really talking out there and had more than one person trying to play the ball. They did end up with a point out of it, and they did tie it up 2-2. Julie Huber is still back to serve.
It's important for IPFW getting a roll here to start this game, get a little momentum going.
Okay, side out, Gannon. Julie Huber tried to get to that ball, and I think it would have gone out, but at least they have some aggressive play, and they're attempting to get those in this game.
That's definitely what we didn't see in the first match against Grand Valley State. We were letting balls drop and not being aggressive on defense, so hopefully Cheeks has got them fired up defensively, and they're going to get some of those balls up.
Number 12, Michelle Boyle, just came in the game for number 5 for Gannon.
There we have a net call on number 8 from Gannon, Jessica Nriri. So still, a couple mental mistakes by Gannon could cost them some side outs here. Hopefully IPFW take advantage of that. Back to serve for IPFW is number 13, Jana Plummer. She's one of the co-captains. Her with Kristen Gorsline here for the Lady Dons.
We need to take advantage of any of those mistakes that Gannon makes. We weren't doing that in the first game, and I think that cost us.
Right there, proving we didn't capitalize on a Gannon mistake. We come back with one of our own errors, a serving error by Jana Plummer.
Number 4, Ann Pearson, back to serve for Gannon.
There, the pass a little kind of tight for Jill. She's not as big as some of the other players, so she had to reach for that and got into the net. Net violation, which gives Gannon another point, and they lead 3-2.
Pearson still serving. Oh, nice one by Temple Swoverland.
Perfect example of defensively, you want to put it where the defense is, and that's what Temple did right there. She didn't have to hit it very hard, but no one was standing there, and that's an automatic side out for the Volleyball.
There's a little bit of a difference that we can see so far in this game. Gannon really hasn't played the net as much as Grand Valley did, and if that's the case and they don't put someone up there, we may have a chance with those type of shots.
Jill Lyon, number 11, back to serve for the Lady Dons. There's an overpass. Kill didn't go down for Kristen Gorsline. But there we have a net on Gannon, it looks like. Number 8, once again, Jessica Reary in the net. So that gives IPFW another point, and Joe Lyon serving, tied it up 3-3. Once again, Gannon in the net, another net violation.
I think at this point, they're going to have to really watch that. They're tired, and that's something that they're going to have to keep their eye on as they play. Nice serve.
Short serve. Very nice serve by Jill Lyons. Comes up with the ace there and a crucial point. IPFW leads 5-3 here in game number 1, the second match of the night.
This is the kind of momentum we got to keep going in this game. We lost it a lot in the first, and you could tell in the players. There's another ace service by Jill Lyon.
Well, Jill said before the match that she was going to try to fire this team up, and with those aces like that, I'm sure that he'll do it in a hurry.
That'll also help get the crowd behind him a little bit in this game. We still have quite a few viewers here.
Nice defensive play right there by Jill Lyon. Tip attempt by Gannon.
Jill Swoverland, and it still doesn't go down.
Free ball for IPFW. Good rally going here. Another good defensive play. They run it down.
Oh, and they just dumped it over there. Number 8, Jessica Rary of Gannon, just found the open spot and just placed it over the net.
Good rally there by both teams. In the girls' game, you're going to see a lot more rallying, and then in the men's game, where it's more termination. That's why a lot of people like to watch the women's game. Ball going back and forth quite a few times.
Paula Grom served that for Gannon. IPFW needs a side out here.
There's a block right there by Bonnie. Big block at the net. That's what we need to see. Not too much of that in the first match. Hopefully Bonnie and Kristen and Janet can get some of those blocks going and score some points for Lady Dons.
See some frustration right now in the Gannon team members' faces. They're a little frustrated that one just rolled over the top, and they've got to get their act together too after playing such a hard match against Grand Valley.
That one just squeaks through for number 8, Jessica Rary from Gannon. Looks like we had a good block up there, but just she found the hole and put it down. Jessica's back to serve now. I'm sure it's tough for Gannon to get fired up. They played so hard mentally. It might take them a couple plays to get going.
Oh, way to go. We're going to have to go to Bonnie in this game. She's fired up, and if she can place it and put it where it needs to go, then let's set it and get it to her.
That's a beautiful offense there by Jill Lyon. She had 2 quick hitters, Bonnie on a 31 with Jana on a back one, so the middle blocker was kind of confused, and Jill, being a smart setter, made the right option. Denise Scheinman, number 3, just checked in the game, back to serve for the Lady Dons. There's number 7, Kathy Woodis, I was telling you about. She's a good hitter. She might have lost a lot playing so hard that first match, but I think she'll definitely be one we have to stop. We need to win this match.
Side out to Gannon. IPFW leads 6-3. There's that hit you were just talking about by number 7, Kathy Wotis. She just nailed that one down. Like you said, she played that hard in the first game. If she's still got it left, I think we'll see a lot of it in the second.
Nice dig by number 8, Jessica Rary for Gannon. They have the free ball over. Should be a side opportunity here. Nice play there by the Lady Dons.
It's nice to go to the inside hitter in this game. As we talked about a lot in the last game, we were staying on the outside and Grand Valley was reading us. We never made that change, and I think if we make that change in and out here, we'll have a good chance against Gannon.
Nice serve there by Bonnie. Oh, great play by Bonnie on defense there. Oh, and a nice roll shot there by Denise Scheinman, finding the open spot in the Gannon defense.
IPFW goes up 7-4. Bonnie back to serve. And a long serve. I think she got a little bit extra spurt of energy there with the last couple of plays, and that one goes a little long, but we'll go ahead for a side out here.
Number 7, Kathy Wotis back to serve for Gannon. There's that back row attack by Bonnie. Hopefully see a lot more of that than we did the first match. That's when the setter can set the ball to the back row player as long as she jumps in front of that white line out there.
Side out, IPFW, Julie Huber back to serve.
There's a kill by Temple Swoverland on the overpass. Right there shows you what tough serving can do.
Yeah, Gannon didn't have any opportunity at all to make any play on that ball. They just had to get it back over. Huber still serving. And that was long by Paula Grom of Gannon. IPFW's leading the match 9-4, and it's time for a timeout for Gannon. She's got to talk to the girls.
We had a chance to talk with Lisa Cheek-Sheehan, the coach of Lady Dons, and we asked her what are some of the differences between last year's team and the team of this year, and here's what she had to say.
Well, we've got Temple and Julie are both back, and we've got Jana and Kristen and Denise, and now we've got Bonnie Cannell, who was Bonnie Gill from Snyder High School, 6 foot or better. So to look at us, we're bigger than we ever had been. You know, we've got 4 kids that are 6 foot or better, and then we've got Jill running the offense now. So we have a different look than we had last year. We don't have anything different as far as personnel. You know, we've got new bodies in here, but we don't have a single person that has just come in and somebody new and is going to run the show. And we don't work like that. You know, we work as a team concept, and that on any given night, anyone can perform better. And on another given night, someone else is going to step in and fill those shoes. And we just hope that there are enough of them on every given night that'll help us to achieve the things we want to achieve.
All right, we're back with the action, and Julie Huber just served, and Gannon earns the side out. It was interesting to watch in that last break. IPFW had their huddle instead of the Coach Sheehan pulling Jill off to the side this time, and I think that's because they are playing a little better in this game than they were in the first. I don't know, that was a mistake there. I just said that, and we saw a little bit of confusion out there on the floor on IPFW side.
We didn't have time to knock on wood there, did we?
Yeah, I guess we didn't. It's 9-5. Number 15, Janet Palmieri, was serving for Gannon.
Right there is a back one ball from Jana Plummer on a kill. Nice set by Joanne. Right there showing that the passing is much better this game. We didn't have a chance to run this last game because the passing just wasn't there for Jill to do stuff like that.
Jana Plummer will be back to serve. We have a substitution. Kristen Gorsline came back in for Denise Scheinman. I think that's putting a little more height back up on that front line.
And there's a service ace by Jana Plummer. That's what we need to see, a couple more of those. Serving aggressive, very important.
IPFW's leading the match. The game 10-5.
Oh, another ace by Jana Plummer.
That was on the line. You could see the frustration in Gannon's face. They didn't play the ball. We played a lot like that in the first game. We didn't play aggressive and we didn't go after them, and that hurts when those kind drop in.
IPFW with the big 11-5 lead here in game number 1.
Oh, they call that a lift on Gannon. We take another point, 11-5.
Nice block that time by Kristen Gorsline, getting those big strong hands of hers over the net and throwing the ball back down.
Plummer still serving for IPFW.
Still serving those Rockets. Gannon has to give a free ball over. Mishandled by the Lady Dons, so we have to send it right back to him. Oh, and number 7 from Gannon, Kathy Wotis. Maybe the ball was a little wet. We've had problems with that tonight. It's been so warm in here, Christy.
Very warm, and we've seen a lot of humidity, and the ball's been wet. It's just basically slipping right through their hands. Plummer still serving very hard. Oh, and there's the break for IPFW. The same thing happened to them. That was on the line. They thought it was out, didn't play it. Gives Gannon side out with a IPFW lead of 13-5.
Back to serve for Gannon is number 4, Ann Pearson. There's a nice defense by the Lady Dons. Once again in the middle for Gannon, number 8, Jessica Reary comes through with a strong hit.
They've been looking a lot to just dump it over that front line, and it's been effective, but I think we're finally catching on to that. And if they don't switch and play a different offense, they're going to run into the same problems we had in the first game. We got lucky there. We got it back over. That was
a little miscommunication there, but a nice block by Kristen at the front line. There's a tip and a net call on Gannon. Number 8, Jessica Reary in the net. That's a couple for Jessica tonight. Could be fatigue and not quite concentrating as much. Looks like we might have a substitution here for Gannon.
Looks like number 6,
Missy Racina checking in for number 4, Ann Pearson. Looks like Gannon's coach trying to change the chemistry a little bit, hoping to find something that will bring them back from this 13-6 deficit.
I think you're going to see a lot more players playing right now with the heat and playing so many games in such a short amount of time.
Oh, there's an overpass kill straight down for number 15, Kristen Gorsline for the Lady Dons. That fires up the crowd a little bit. And another timeout from Gannon. The Lady Dons coming on strong here, 14-6 in game number 1.
I tell you, Lloyd, you see a big change in their attitudes right now.
Once again, we had a chance to talk to Jill Lyons, and we asked her, who do you think is the strongest opponent in the Mark IV tournament? And here's Jill's opinion on that question.
Probably Oakland, because it's an emotional game too, because we want to beat them so bad. And last year they beat us every time we played them, and that's a very big emotional game for us, I think.
We're seeing the beginnings of a rivalry here.
Yeah. So.
Jill Lyon is back to serve for the game. We will see what we have here. Let's see if IPFW can pull this one off.
Good serve by Jill. Oh, Kristen Gorsline right there just happened to slip through her hands.
She was there for the block, just didn't get it. We'll have to work on the side out here. Number 14, Paula Grom, is back to serve for Gannon.
A lot of confidence in the eyes of the Lady Dons right now, something we didn't see them in the first match.
Big change in their faces, which pretty much tells you a lot in the way they're playing right now.
Oh, good dig by Jana Plummer. Lady Dons holding on here. Good dig again by Temple. And Bonnie with the put down. Nice playing by Lady Dons there, showing their aggressive defense.
Side out, IPFW. They will be serving once again for the first game.
Temple Swoverland, number 12, goes back. She's a junior. She has one more year left, serving for the first game, Mark IV Classic against Gannon. 14-6 the score.
Tough serve. And that was out. And that ends up game 1. IPFW wins this one 15-6. I tell you, if we see this kind of action and play, we won't have any problems winning these games.
That's right. That's the Volley Dons' first win here in the Classic, and I'm sure it won't be their last.
Now, coming into this, IPFW was their regular record was 4-2, and Gannon was 2-0. So we'll have to see how well this matchup is as we go along here.
In the first game, Bonnie Candle led the Volley Dons with 6 kills and 1 block, while Kristen Gorsline and Temple Swoverland both had 2 kills. Jana and Julie both ended up with 1. And nice setting by Jill Lyon, the sophomore. She had a little problem the first match, but I think she definitely came on strong this first game of this match.
This is what coaches talked about prior to this game. They just said how that she has basically, as a sophomore, been able to run this team. And we're actually seeing that from her right now.
Well, we'll be right back for more GLVC volleyball action right after these brief messages.
The man, and dog.
For years, this man thought if he just tried hard enough, he could teach himself to read. Where do you go when you can't do it alone? He's getting help in a literacy program for adults. They got help from the United Way. All because the United Way got help from you. The United Way. It brings out the best in all of us.
There are many causes for hearing loss. It can appear gradually over the years. It's embarrassing to ask someone to repeat comments, and it's tempting to accuse others when directions are not clearly understood. If you suspect a hearing loss, see a qualified audiologist for consultation and testing. Help is available. Speech is worth hearing. For further information, contact the speech-language hearing professional in your area or the Indiana Speech-Language Hearing Association.
Well, welcome back to the Mark IV Classic, where IPFW has just defeated Gannon in the first game. This is nice to see after they lost to Grand Valley State, and there's just a lot more enthusiasm in the team right now.
Well, I said at the outset that I thought we'd see a different IPFW team, and from the 15-7 victory that we did have, I'd definitely say, I was right. There's just a new spirit inside the girls. Whether Cheeks has had a great warm-up talk or they just realize that, this is our home turf and we're not going to let people come in here and push us around. So hopefully we see the same thing here in Game 2, that things will go well and hopefully win in 3 for the Volleyball.
Right. Well, like you said earlier, that you thought that they might have come in here with a little bit of jitters because this was their home court. This is was their first home game, and they really didn't lose that badly to Grand Valley. It was 13-15, 15-17, and in the third game it was 6-15. I think that was just all the frustration from the first game. So they weren't out of it then, and I think they just realized during that break what they had to do, and they're putting it together now out on the court.
Together is definitely the right word. Before the first match, they were just 6 individuals, and now I really see a team come together out there. Jill's leading them well, and the passing is really good, and everything's working for them right now, and hopefully we'll just keep going and sustain what we have, and things will be all right.
Well, we'll see. Back to serve for IPFW for this Game 2 will be Jill Lyon, and she has been holding this team together in this first game. We'll see how well this progresses during Game 2 and hopefully just Game 3.
Jill wiping the ball off. Still really warm in here, even though it's going past 11, 10 after 11 already. Seems like we've been here for a while, huh, Christy?
I think we've been here for a while. It's been a long evening, and I tell you, if you're watching us, we're thankful that you are tuning in and hope that you are enjoying all the sports action that Channel 6 is able to give you tonight. This has been some great volleyball. There are some really good teams here in this tournament, and I think tomorrow even we'll see some good play. Serving was Jill Lyon, and I think that a little bit of a break. She hit it a little long. They just got smiles on their faces. They're thinking about it, and they'll put it back together.
Well, she thought a little too long for that serve, I think. Right now, number 14, Paula Grome for Gannon back to serve. Nice attack from the middle, Kristen, but a nice dig by Gannon. Ball comes back over. Ball slips through number 5, Marla McHenley, just in for Gannon. She slips that ball through, and maybe the coach from Gannon tried to change the chemistry a little bit, see if we can find someone else to start something up for him.
Back to serve was Paula Grom. It's 1-0 Gannon in this game so far. Nice looking from Temple Swoverland. She was going to send it down that right line and decided to tip it over, take it cross court, and it worked.
Definitely a nice play by Temple there, realizing the open spot and putting it where they're not. Temple's back to serve now for Lady Dons, down 0-1.
Oh, ace service. I don't know where Paula Grom's mind was on that one, but she wasn't into receiving that ball at all.
Well, Temple kind of served that pretty quick after the whistle blew. I don't even know if Gannon was quite ready for that.
Well, at least we're making those change-ups in this game, and it is working to our advantage.
Right there, number 7, Kathy Wodas. Person we were talking about you earlier in the first game, very strong attacker. Right there showing why, using the block, hitting the ball out of bounds.
Need to get Bonnie Cannell and Kristen Gorsline really into this game. They showed a couple weaknesses in those last 2 blocks, and if they get back in this, we'll be in good shape. Oh, there's the lack of communication once again.
Right
no one knew who was going for the ball, and they kind of all looked at it, and Lions decided, well, I better take this or no one else is going to get it, but it was too late at that point. Number 8, Jessica Rary serving for Gannon. And that was long. Jessica Rary also hitting it to the outside.
Right now we have a substitution for the Lady Dons. Number 3, Denise Scheiman comes in for number 15, Kristen Gorsline. Once again, Denise hoping to spark things up in the back row with a tough serve and some defensive plays.
Well, she's done that. I was, boy, just starting to say she's done that in this last game, and there's a service error, and that's not what you need when you make that type of substitution.
Coaches hate to see that, putting in a specialist, and then they come and serve an error.
Number 5 is going to be substituted for by number 6, Missy Nasina is coming in for Marla McElhaney. I'm sorry on that last name pronunciation. We'll get that right on the next time.
It's a nice pass by Denise. Looks like Jill overshot Jan on that quick set.
Nice dig by Temple Swoverland back there, and
there's a kill by Julie Huber on the outside, number 2.
Little confusion on Gannon's side there. Number 14, Bonnie Cannell back to serve for IPFW.
Once again, a service error. Kind of a replay of what we saw earlier. Hope they don't keep this up. Definitely important to serve tough, but we need to serve it in the court.
Kathy Wotus serving for Gannon. Nice serve.
There's a nice hit by Jana Plummer, but it's dug by Gannon. And we have a net right there, number 14 from Gannon, Paula Grome. A little too much aggression there. Went for it a little too hard, ended up hitting the net.
That was a nice break for IPFW because we had our short people over on that side, and I'm not sure if she really had stayed out of the net if we would have been able to take care of that ball. Nice block.
There's a block by Jill Lyons and Jana Plummer. Tip we're there for. Nice set right there by Jill Lyons to her cousin Jana Plummer. Like to see that family hookup right there.
That was a nice move, and we need to see a lot more of that. Number 2, Julie Huber back to serve for IPFW.
Score 2-2 here in the second game of the match, IPFW versus Gannon. IPFW winning the first one, 15-7. There's a nice serve and an ace right there.
Kathy Wotus wasn't able to receive that ball.
Julie Huber putting a little heat on that serve.
We need some more of that. And we got it. We'll see what Gannon can do with this ball.
There's another block of the net by Jana Plummer and Jill Lyons once again. Well, it looks like IPFW switched and put our shorter player Jill Lyons in the middle of the court and putting Jan the outside. Works like it's worked twice, so hopefully they'll stick with it.
IPFW's leading 4-2. Huber still serving the ball.
Roll shot there by Julie Huber. And Temple Swoverlin down the line.
Gannon's looking a little tired right now, and I think that all just comes from the heat of in here and that they had to play 4 games in the last match. But they're going to have to pull out of it if they want to have any chance at winning this. Number 15, Janet Palmieri serving.
Off the block that time, number 10 from Gannon. And that is Dawn Woods. She just substituted into the game. Off the block on that one. Picking up a point there was Gannon. They're down 3-4. Number 15, Janet Palmieri back to serve. Nice dig there by Gannon. The tip controlled by IPFW. And no, the attack by number 10, Dawn Woods, doesn't clear the net. But wait, there's a net call, I believe. Call on number 11, Jill Lyons. I don't know how they can call that.
I don't know. I think they were going to call it the other way, and they changed their minds in the middle of that.
The ball didn't even clear the net. I don't think that's a good call. I know Cheeks isn't happy with it.
Janet Palmieri served that one, and they are up 5-4 right now in this match. So we've got to get some momentum going here.
Definitely Gannon making a little surge here.
They're serving really tough right now. Bonnie Cannell couldn't get up high enough for that one off that back line this time, and Gannon goes up another point, 6-4.
I think it's really important right here for the Dons to take control.
IPFW really needs a side out right now.
There's a good pass. Let's see what they can do with it. And there's a kill right there, number 12, Temple Swoverlin down the line. The Volley Dons needed that. Coming in for the Volley Dons, number 15, Kristen Gorsline comes in for number 3, Denise Scheiman. Jana Plummer, number 13, back to serve. Nice serve by Jana.
Nice dig for Gannon by number 6, Messina.
And put back over by Gannon's number 8, Jessica Rary. Just a little too quick for the Volley Dons that time. Didn't look like they had their hands over and weren't quite ready.
Now, a little hesitation there at the net. I'm not sure if they knew what was going on at that point or not. Back to serve, number 9, Mary Weinert for Gannon.
Substitution for Gannon, number 5, Maria McClaney comes in for number 6, Missy Nectina. Messina, I think that is. My fault. Mispronunciation.
There was a nice play by IPFW. Side out. Jill Lyon back to serve for the Dons.
Let's see if Jill can get us started again.
And that should be out. I'm not sure what they're calling. Looks
Ball
like
was
they're calling
called
in. Side out Gannon.
Well, looked out from here, Christy.
Looked out from here, but we are on the opposite side of the court. I think we could try to make that call, but I think it's probably a little better from their point of view.
I don't know how much they pay attention to us.
Probably not a whole heck of a lot. Number 10, Dawn Wood serving.
Oh, not very good set there by number 15, Janet Palmieri from Gannon.
Nice break for IPFW. You see if we can get some points going on the board. Number 12, Temple Swoverland back to serve.
Nice serve by Temple.
Nice kill by number 7, Kathy Wotus of Gannon, and that turns around and gives them side out.
It's a nice shot there by Kathy. Everyone thought she was going to hit it cross court. She turned it line at the last minute.
I think right now there's just a lot of tired players on the floor, and they're not going to get to those balls quite as quickly as they did in their first games.
They both want to win, but yet they both want to get out of here, I think. It's definitely warm. I know they're tired. They both played 2 matches, and they're exhausted.
Jessica Rary with a nice serve. Bonnie Canal, but Gannon had the block with number 15, Janet Palmieri.
Tide's turning a little bit here for the Lady Dons. We need to get something going, get a side out here, and get some points on the board.
Jessica Rary serving, Gannon up 7-4.
And a nice play by Kristen Gorsline, catching Gannon offside with the hit on the second attempt. Right there showing, though, Gannon putting some block ups. They blocked Julie Huber on the outside, but good defense by Lady Dons covered it.
We just had another substitution there. Number 3, Denise Scheinman came back into the ball game and serving, and this time she gets it over the net and with a really nice serve.
Should be a point here for the Lady Dons.
Oh, nice block by number 5, Marla McCallany, and number 15, Janet Palmieri of Gannon. That should have been a point for IPFW, you're right.
As soon as we think we have something going, Gannon comes right back with a nice play.
IPFW trails 7-4. Substitution, number 6, Missy Nasina coming in for number 5, Marla McCallany.
There's a nice 31 quick set from Jill Lyons and Jana Plummer.
Plummer said, no, you may have the side out, but we want it back.
I see some determination on the girls' faces.
A lot more than we saw in the first game. Just totally a different team that's out there right now. I think Bonnie Canals, she's a little tired and can't quite see where that back line is. That's the second one she's put long.
I think Bonnie might need to scoot back a little bit. Bonnie likes hitting that ball hard, but she thinks she can keep it in the court. If she scoots back, that could be an ace.
7, Kathy Wotus back to serve for Gannon.
Number 14, Paula Grome, just checked back in for Gannon. There's a nice tool shot by number 2, Julie Huber, off number 15, Janet Palmieri. Julie goes back to serve for the Lady Dons. They're down 4-7 here in game number 2. Let's hope Julie can start something. Ball's hit out of bounds, hit wide by number 15, Janet Palmieri. Break for the Lady Dons. That's a point.
5-7, IPFW. Huber still serving the ball. Nice serve. Nice block by IPFW.
Jill Lyons, smallest player on the court, comes up with the big roof on that one, sends it straight down.
Jana Plummer was in on that, and I tell you, if they can keep that going, we're in pretty good shape.
Those two have been doing a really nice job together blocking.
Huber still serving at 6-7. Gannon still leading by 1.
Nice dig. IPFW's there.
Oh, there you go by Temple's. Oh, what did they call it? Oh, they called it out.
They called a net, I believe, on Temple. Kind of a late call by the official. But that's good aggressiveness by the Lady Dons. We like to see that. They came back 6-7 there. Let's get side out. We're still in this.
Janet Palmieri serving for Gannon.
And there's a nice tip shot by number 11, Jill Lyons, catching Gannon off sides. I think to be instrumental, Jill needs to tip that ball a little more, so they have to be aware of her. Right now, they're really setting up on all the other hitters and kind of leaving her open.
Right, that gives IPFW another option that we really didn't see very many options at all in the first game. Nice serve by Plummer.
There's another block by IPFW. Oh, a ball mishandled that time by Bonnie. Definitely a playable ball. Looks like she was a little off guard.
Gannon back to serve, number 9, Mary Weinert.
And a net call, this time on number, I believe it was number 8, Jessica Reary for Gannon was in the net this time.
We have a substitution coming in for Gannon, number 5. Marla McElhaney is substituting in for 6, Missy Nasina. They're trying to keep it, their type of play different. Oh, that was a long serve by Jill Lyons.
Jill's had her problems serving tonight for some reason. Usually a really good server and defensive player. Just having problems back there. I don't know if she's concentrating too much or not enough.
I think they want to win really bad in this game, and sometimes I think that can be an effect of how they're playing.
Once again, the 31 from Jill Lyons to Kristen Gore's line. That's twice that play's worked for Lady Dons. Didn't see much of it the first match, but it looks like they're trying to go to a little more this time.
Gannon still up by 1, 7-6, but back to serve for IPFW is number 12, Temple Swoverland.
And that's a nice shot there by Marla McElhaney.
Caught us standing around, not really on our feet, ready to play. Side out, Gannon. Back to serve, number 8, Jessica Reary. Oh, nice dig.
Oh, nice hustle by the Lady Dons, but 4 hits called.
Gives Gannon another point. They're up 6-8.
But hope the Lady Dons don't let Gannon slip away here. We have him right here, still very in catchable reach. Here we see right here the block by Gannon. IPFW trying to get it out of the net. Got it over finally, but 4 hits, 1 too many.
A lot of wet floor. They're drying up out there. Anybody that hits the floor just leaves a big puddle of water right now. Number 8, Reary serving. Oh, I tell you, Bonnie was with it on that one, but there was no one to back her up when that came back off the block, and they're just going to have to be aware that they're not all going to go down on that other side.
Definitely. They assume when the ball goes to Bonnie, she's going to put it away, but they got to back her up.
Reary still serving, 9-6, Gannon. Bonnie once again.
And another block by Gannon, number 7, Kathy Wodas. Gannon coming on strong here, the last half of game number 2.
You really see the momentum swing their way right now. Everything they do seems to be going right, and they're serving well.
Bad pass there by Julie Huber. Gonna send it over free ball. And number 7, Kathy Wodas with the kill.
I think this is a timeout for IPFW, and yes it is. She needs to get the girls back on the right track. They came out the first game, played really well, and right now they're just a little confused in what they're doing, and they're giving Gannon, made a nice run there of about 4 points. So we really need to see some change, and I'm not quite sure what the coach is going to tell them.
Well, we asked the coach Lisa Sheehan earlier, says, do you have any predictions for the Mark IV Classic? And here's what Cheeks had to say.
just hopefully to play well. You always get yourself in trouble when you predict who's going to win and things like that. Oakland is very good, Gannon is very good, and Grand Valley State is good, and Ashton is going to be good. So we need to play well. You know, the kids right now are playing pretty well together. You know, we saw some things at Northern Michigan that we need to work on, and so we're working on those this week in practice, and hopefully that'll make us better this weekend so that every weekend as the season goes, we get better.
Well, we go back to play now, and number 8 for Gannon is serving Jessica Rary. 11-6, they lead right now.
There's a good call by the official. That time Jill Lyons trying to set the ball. The Gannon player reached over and touched it. Not allowed to do that when she's trying to set it.
A lot of Gannon's in disbelief of that call, though. They're walking around with their hands up in the air as though they really didn't do that. Couldn't see it from my angle. The official was right in front of me. We'll take the break, whatever it is. Number 3, Denise Scheinman, back to serve. We need to get a run of points here.
There's a nice dig. Can they capitalize? And yeah, nice shot. Number 2 inside, Julie Huber with a nice cutback shot. A nice dig in the back row by Temple Swoveland on that. A nice set by Jill Lyons.
That's 7-11. IPFW is trailing this game right now. Number 3 still serving.
And there's a nice serve by Denise. Free ball to IPFW. Should be a point.
See if they can convert on this one.
Gannon with the dig. Another free ball though. And it drops on the floor.
There.
Temple Swoveland with a diving effort, but just didn't get there quite in time.
I tell you, if the players are any warmer than I am, and all I've been doing is sitting here and watching the action tonight, it's got to be a tough game out there. Here we got a Here we're going to have number 5.
Nope, looks like number 5 is going to leave.
They're going to substitute. Missy Nassini is going to come back into serve. So far, she hasn't really been real effective coming in, but we'll see. Right now, they're leading it if she can help them out.
Mastodons need a side out right here. Good defensive play by Gannon. Oh, and a missed hit in that time by Kathy Willis, number 7 from Gannon. Tried to roll it over the net, took her eyes off the ball and lost it.
IPFW with the substitution. Bonnie Cannell going out. And coming in for her is number 7.
Number 7.
Carla Lamar. We have not seen any of her yet this evening. This is her first time in.
Carol's a freshman here. She hasn't got to play a whole lot, so this is her first time. A defensive specialist. Let's see if she can make a couple defensive plays.
Oh, Huber, I think, just was looking for where it was going to go and didn't put it there. She just really lost track of what was going to happen.
Good idea by Huber that time, but didn't quite get it over the net. Side out to Gannon.
Gannon serving.
Once again, pass goes awry. IPFW having problems here in game number 2, kind of losing some momentum. Looks like they're getting a little tired out there. Both teams look very tired, Christy.
I think they have to be at this point. They've just played so hard in both of their first games, and with the heat factor on top of it, it's just got to be really difficult. Looks like they're going to put Bonnie Cannell back in for number 7 and see if she can help them out on that back line.
Kathy Willis, number 7 from Gannon, is back to serve right now.
Nice hit. Nice hit by number 2, Julie Huber. That's what we needed right now.
Well, let's hope Julie can get something going with the serve here. IPFW looks a little dead on their feet. They need to get some momentum here. I'm sure what's left of this crowd's waiting to get into it.
Yeah, we've got to see some enthusiasm like we saw in game 1. There was just a total different team. It almost looks like they're going back to the way they were in the first game.
Oh, right there, a break for IPFW. Miscommunication and leads to a hitting error.
I think we're starting to see a lot of that on both sides, and Gannon just because of their last game that they came off of.
Gannon up 12-8. Julie Huber still serving. And 4 hits called. The ball never cleared the net.
Nice block by Lyon and Plummer.
Another point served by Julie Huber. Score now IPFW 9, Gannon 12. Ball hit good that time by number 10, Dawn Woods in the back corner.
That's a tough one to call. That's right on the line, and when you're this tired, I don't know, you know, sometimes you wish you would have went for it, but it's just really hard at this late time in the game.
Number 15, Janet Palmieri serving the ball in the net that time for Gannon. And here for the first time this match, number 4, Wendy Vanderwilt comes in the game for number 3, Denise Scheiman. Put a little more height in there, see if we can get some blocking going.
Plummer serving.
Well, so much for seeing the blocking. Definitely not what Coach Sheehan wanted to see right there.
Number 9 going back, Mary Weinert for Gannon to serve. Gannon still leading this game 12-9.
It's a nice hit by Temple right there.
I think if we can get up and make any attempt at a nice hard hit like that, it's going to be really hard to return that ball right now, as tired as these girls look.
A long way to go in this match, Christy, too. Hope they can push through and at least keep trying as hard as they can. I know it's tough out there, being so hot and so tired.
Lions serving. Side out.
Another service error.
Side out Gannon. Right when we think we're getting it rolling, we just turn it back over.
Number 10, Dawn Woods, into the serving right now for Gannon, and she has a service error. Right now, lack of concentration by both teams. Not serving well, not passing well. Could be fatigue, but I think mentally fatigue is the correct term.
Right, I think they've played a lot of volleyball prior to this, you know, and in tournaments and in season. And their bodies are there, but their minds are really shot. It is late in the evening also.
Kathy Wood is proving us wrong there with that attempt. She's still got a little fire left, she says, and she's ready to go. Back to serve for Gannon right now is number 8, Jessica Reary. And she serves
service error.
Kind of a chess match, back and forth here. We don't really know who's going to take control.
Number 4. Serving for IPFW.
And there we have a back row attack. Number 9 from Gannon, Mary Weinert, the setter, hit the ball over and she's in the back row. Thus a back row attack, point for the Mastodons.
Wendy Vanderwilt serving again, 10-12 IPFW. Service error once again. We're turning it right back over to Gannon.
Well, I definitely think Coach Sheehan's going to work on serving in the next couple practices, Christy.
I think we've seen a lot of service errors, a lot more than we should, and right there's another one from Gannon. So I think a lot of it has to do with fatigue, and she's got to realize that at this point.
Well, here's Bonnie, who served the ball out twice before. Let's see if she can stop the trend. And there's a good serve by Bonnie. And the attack's in from the middle, number 15, Janet Palmieri from Gannon.
Once again, right on the line. It's a hard one to decide what you're going to do, and IPFW just let it go.
Right now the score is Gannon 12, IPFW 10 here in game number 2. Play the best 3 out of 5. And Julie Huber hits the antenna with that hit, giving Gannon another point, 13-10.
IPFW, their sideline there, trying to get them fired up. They've got to get side out here. Not let this game get away from them. Number 2, Huber.
There she is with a cross-court shot that falls in. Well, let's see if IPFW can get that point back right here. Julie Huber goes back to serve.
We need that point back, and then we need to rally off a couple more here to get back into this game, into the point where we can win.
And that's not what we needed to see right there. Another service there. Number 15, Janet Palmieri, back to serve for Gannon.
I'm tired watching, so that's how it's easy to say that they've got to be tired playing.
The girls are playing really hard too, and in this heat that just gets to you quickly.
Temple Sutherland.
And there's a kill off the block for number 10, Dawn Woods from Gannon, giving him game point right here, 14-10. Gannon leads in game number 2. IPFW did win the first one, 15-7. And we have a timeout by Coach Sheehan.
I think she's going to try to shake it up a little bit here and see if we can stop this little run that they've had.
Hopefully she's just settling the girls down and getting some water in them and just giving them a little break and get their minds back on things, what they're supposed to do.
We talked to Joy Thayer a little bit earlier this week, and we asked her what are the differences between being a freshman and a sophomore Volleyball, and here's what she had to say.
I don't get picked on as much. That's the big one. And I feel like I know the plays and I know more of what to expect. Other than that, it's pretty much the same.
And we join back in action, and we're going to see here what happens. Number 15, Jana Palmieri, back to serve for the game for Gannon. IPFW has got to be on the ball on this one to get side out.
Ball set outside of Temple Swoverland. Here comes Gannon for game. And it's put away by number 10, Dawn Woods. Gannon wins game number 2, 15-10.
Gannon's up 15-10 here. I think in a moment we're going to see that last play.
Ball passed over by PFW and outside Woods with the kill off Wendy Vanderwilt. Well, teams are switched sides here, and coaches are trying to fire their teams up here for a couple more games. It's the best 3 out of 5, play to 15, win by 2. If we have a 5th game, it's rally scoring. Every side out counts. And right now, Christy, I think it's just who's going to reach down and who has the guts to come through here through this heat and through the tired, and who can pull through and win this match.
Okay, we'll be right back after this.
There is no artificial substitute for human blood. That essential life-giving substance can only come from people. And without a ready supply, the medical miracles we depend on today, all those wonderful techniques for saving lives, become impossible.
Right now, there's a severe shortage of blood in blood banks and hospitals because people are afraid that they will get AIDS by giving blood.
That's because early reports about people who received blood that carried the AIDS virus have confused some people into thinking that it can be dangerous to give blood. But that simply is not true. It never has been.
A blood donor never comes into contact with anyone else's blood. So there's absolutely no way that donating blood can infect a person with any disease, and that includes AIDS.
The only thing you can get when you give blood is the warm feeling of knowing that you're helping to save someone's life. This message for health and safety is from the Will Rogers Institute, White Plains, New York.
Well, we're back with the action here at the Mark IV Classic, and I tell you, you can see a little bit of the tiredness happening. Usually they stand up in their huddle. Gannon is sitting down either on chairs or the floor around their coach. I think that's to try to give them a little bit more of a rest before they start this game 3. And IPFW, though, it's kind of interesting. In the first game that they played, Coach Sheehan would pull the girls, one of them aside each time that she called a break and talked to each one specifically, and she hasn't done that in this game. She's talked to them as a team, and I don't know if she feels that will make a major change or not, but we've got to see IPFW come back out the way they did in the first game.
Well, it's already quarter till midnight here, and we're only starting the 3rd game, so we're going to be here for a while, and I'm sure the girls, they've been playing since, 6 o'clock this evening, and that's 6 hours of volleyball, and I know personally from that long, it gets tired for anyone. So I'm sure they're struggling a little bit, and I'm sure Cheeks has said, hey, push through this. We can come out with a win here. We can go home, get some rest, come back tomorrow.
Well, I hope they keep going with their team as their support, because I tell you what, we're losing a lot of the fans on the sideline. I think the lateness is getting to everyone, and I imagine they'll be back tomorrow. But for these players, they've got to play now, and this is game 3 coming up. And I believe Gannon will serve.
I believe number 9 for Gannon, Mary Weinert, would serve.
A little bit more time between the action right now.
The officials trying to give the players a little time to catch their breath even yet. I look down and see the linesmen even. 2 fellow volleyball players, Norman Almodovar and Juan Ortiz, two fellow teammates of mine. They're kind of wandering around, rubbing their eyes. They've been here as long as the girls have, standing there doing the lines. I think even they're getting a little tired.
Well, we've been lucky. We at least got to have a break between the two IPFW games, and we didn't have to stand there that last game. Some of these people have worked since 6 o'clock this evening, and it's getting to be wear and tear. We're now back into game 3. The score is 0-0. Gannon serving.
And there, an overpass straight down by number 15, Kristen Gore's line for the Lady Dons.
I think Christine said that one's mine. We don't need to play this one any longer.
That's right. Temple back to serve for Lady Dons. Nice serve, overpass again. This time Julie Huber with the overpass, and she's dug into the net, so that's another point for the Lady Dons.
Gannon kind of looked around there like, who's going to get this one? So we won't mind the lack of communication on their side right now. Back to serve, number 12, Temple Swoverland.
And just long. Good try, though, by Temple.
It's a nice play. If you can put it back on that back court, that's going to cause Gannon to have to play a little bit harder than they are right now if we serve it right inside. Back to serve, number 14, Paula Grom for Gannon. It's 1-0, IPFW.
Outside, Julie Huber. Kill. Down the line by Julie. Julie's been pretty quiet this match. Maybe she'll get started this game. I'm sure she has a little more energy left than some people. She ain't got quite as many sets as the other players, so maybe this is Julie's game.
Well, we can use anybody that's fresh and ready to go. Mary Weinert of Gannon tried to make that play, but just couldn't pull it off. But we'll take side out, IPFW, and back to serve Denise Scheiman, and she just substituted into this ball game. We'll see what she's got.
Good serve by Denise. Oh, nice play by Joe Lyons there on defense. Oh, another nice play by the Lady Dons, keeping it alive. There's a roll. We're there. Oh,
they're going to call a lift, I believe, on Jill.
Jill was kind of caught there. She wanted to bump the ball, but it was kind of too high. She's trying to set it.
While they're wiping the floor here, I think we'll take another look at that last play.
Here we see a nice dig by Jill back over to Gannon. They set outside. The ball's hit off Julie's shoulder. We get it back over.
We're going back to the action.
The ball just misplayed there on the replay. Back on action, Gannon comes up with another point here. Number 8, Jessica Rary still serving. Score 1-1, game number 3, game apiece.
Oh, there's that wet ball once again. It just slipped right through Jill's hands.
I talked to Jill between the matches, and I asked her, well, she had a little problem with that the first match. She said the ball is very wet.
Jessica Rary still serving, 2-1, Gannon.
There, overpass kill by number 5.
IPFW, they're just trying to settle down here. They're talking to each other, and let's get this back into the right mode. We've gotten out of it somewhere along the line, and we've got to get playing this game in order to win it.
Right there we see one mistake leads to another one. Not a very good pass there by Denise, and then Julie ends up hitting the net. Right now we're kind of out of sync. We've got to get back focused again. Hopefully Lady Dons can turn it around.
Rary still serving for Gannon, and they lead 4-1 right now.
Once again, the pass goes astray. Gannon with the free ball opportunity. And a kill by number 7, Kathy Wouters, putting a little heat on that one. Kathy says, hey, my arm could go a couple more times.
Definitely took advantage of that open court there. Gannon is playing well right now. They're looking for the open spot and placing the ball exactly where they want.
Bonnie Cano with the hard hit off number 9 from Gannon. Mary Weiner couldn't quite handle that one. Bonnie put quite a bit of heat on that.
Bonnie's back to serve. We'll see if she can keep this one in court.
There's a nice serve by Bonnie. And the ball goes down again for Gannon.
Number 5, Marla McElhaney put that one down. Substitution, number 6, Missy Nasina coming back in to serve for them. She got him a couple points the last time. We'll see what she can do here.
Gannon on top, 5-1. Here comes Gannon again. Good dig.
Plummer with a nice hit and a nice dig by number 8, Jessica Rary.
Gannon with the tip. Nice defensive by Plummer. Jill tries for, just can't quite get there.
Point, Gannon. They lead this match, this game of this match, 6-1.
Everyone crouching over a little bit every chance they have, trying to catch some breath, it looks like.
It was a nice serve by Nasina. There's the falling short. We're not getting up. We're waiting a little late for those plays, and Plummer just couldn't put it over the net. And Cheeks thinks that's just the right time to take a timeout. We've got to talk about this because we're behind 6 points.
Definitely not a good start here in game number 3. It seems like after the first game, we just lost all concentration and gone downhill since then.
We did talk to Jana Plummer earlier, and we asked her to describe the Volleyball's goal for this tournament, and this is what she had to say.
I expect a lot of victories. We got a lot to build on since last weekend. You know, we did really well up there with the ranked teams, and you know, show them really that we deserve to be up there with them. And I think this weekend's really important because it's just another thing to build on.
And back with the action, number 6, Missy Nasina to serve for Gannon. They are up 7-1. IPFW has got to get something going here.
Once again, pass goes awry. IPFW having problems passing the ball. Hard to run offense. They can't get the ball to setter.
There's the same mistakes by Gannon, though. Number 7, Kathy Wodas hits that one into the net. I think that sometimes they feel like they want that point, and the next time they turn around and it's just not worth it. They are really getting tired, and this is in the 3rd game right now. Number 1,
Joy Fair just came in serving the ball. She's a sophomore. And there's Gannon, number 15, Janet Palmieri out of the middle. Gannon seems to be fired up a little bit. Caught a second win, maybe.
Coach was looking for a change there, that or just giving some extra rest to some of those players that are out there that have played so long already.
There's a kill by number 12, Temple Swoverland. Even on that play, though, Jill had to bump set the ball, showing the passing's just not where she can get a good set at it. Number 15, Kristen Gorsline checking in for the Lady Dons for number 3, Denise Scheiman.
Plummer's still back to serve. Nice block by Jill Lyon and Christine Gorsline. We need some more of that right now in this ball game, and we got to get some momentum going our way.
That's only our first block of this game. Easy way to get points. Oh, there's a nice serve.
That was on the line, and that looked good from the start. That's what we need. We need to get that going. IPFW has put a couple points on the board. They're still trailing, but now it's 3-7.
That one just a little long. She went for a little too much that time.
Couldn't get away with that one. That one was a little bit too far off that back line, and back to serve is number 15, Janet Palmieri for Gannon.
There's a good pass for IPFW. Ball called in that time. Gannon's coach up. It looks like she thought the ball was out, but I don't think she's going to win that argument.
No, both line judges called it, so I think that was pretty accurate.
Jill Lyon served for Lady Dons. There's a tip. Should be a point here.
Lack of communication. They lost what they were going to do.
And there's a miss hit that time. Number 14, Paula Grome, hit the ball into the net. Another point for the Lady Dons. They're catching up, 4-7 here in game number 3. Substitution this time for Gannon. Number 10, Dawn Woods, coming in for number 14, Paula Grome. Woods was a spark last time. Hopefully for Gannon, she'll be a spark again. And there's a stuff by number 15, Kristen Gorsline. Roofs it straight down.
That woke the crowd up a little bit. We'll see what we can do here. Lyon back to serve.
There's the hit for number 7. Kathy Wotis on that side back out.
Plummer couldn't quite get to that ball. 5-7, IPFW still trailing. Another substitution, 5. Marla McElhaney coming back in for Missy Nasina. I think that's to put a little bit more height back on that front line for them.
It's a tough serve there.
Oh, nice hit on the line.
Right on the line. Either that was a lucky shot or a very skilled shot that time by Temple Swovelin.
I think we got to play with a lot of luck in this game right now. We'll take anything we can get. Temple back to serve.
There's an overpass. Kristen Gore's line puts it down. Kristen catching fire here. A couple blocks, couple straight down shots. Hopefully she can spark the Dons.
Pulling closer, 6-7. Sutherland still serving.
And another block by Kristen. Tip, not fooled there. Set outside by Bonnie. And Joy Thayer with the hit.
Nice dig by Gannon. Another dig by IPFW. Good play.
Controlled by IPFW. Outside to Joy Thayer. And she puts it down off the hands of number 5, Marla McElhaney. Joy Thayer adding a little bit. Number 1 for IPFW.
Well, if we can get anybody that's fresh in the game to come alive, it's really going to help us out right now at this point. And Joy, we haven't seen a whole lot of action from her tonight, and that's just a little bit of how she can help us in this match.
I'm sure of all people on the court, her legs are the freshest of anyone.
Temple still back to serve. IPFW's tied it up, 7-7.
Oh, and Jill Lyons caught off guard that time. Thought the ball was going to be blocked, left a little early from her position.
Side out, Gannon. Number 8, Jessica Rary, I believe, will be back to serve. Oh, a little bit of mix-up there. Will be number 10, Dawn Woods, serving for Gannon.
New game here at 7-7. Hopefully IPFW can take control and score the next 8 points, get on to the 4th game. There's a nice pass by Joy. The 31.
Oh, nice quick action by Bonnie.
Here's a free ball, another opportunity for IPFW. Set outside to Joy Thayer. She's blocked but covered. Here comes Gannon. And they're blocked that time by number 14, Jana Plummer, number 15, Kristen Gore's line. 2 of our strongest blockers at that time, stuffing the ball straight down on number 7, Kathy Wotis. Here we see again the ball coming over. Set outside to Kathy Wotis. Jana and Kristen there for the block, straight down.
Number 3, Denise Scheinman just came in. See if she can help us out with that nice hard serve. Oh, Bonnie Cannell puts that one cross court.
Right there is what Denise is there for. Come in, serve tough. Overpass, Bonnie gets an opportunity for a hit.
Timeout Gannon. I think that we've got a little momentum going our way, and they need right now to get that stopped, and I think that they're going to see if they can do that with this timeout.
Let's hope that IPFW caught fire on that little spark and can lead this game all the way to 15 and take it to a 4th.
Earlier this week, Joy Thayer answered our question, what is your role on the 1991 volleyball team? And here's what she had to say.
I'm the second string for outside hitters, so my job is to sit on the bench and keep the team going and cheer them on. And then when I'm expected to go in, I should be ready and be ready to take over as best I can.
Well, I think she just answered that when she comes in to be ready to take over, and so far that's what she's done in this role. She's got the fresh legs, she's making the moves, she's helping out. We're seeing a little enthusiasm back on IPFW's side, and that's what it's going to take for us to pull this one off.
Right now for IPFW number 3, Denise Scheinman back in the game serving. IPFW up 8-7. Oh, number 7, Kathy Wotis with the kill.
That was a tough shot. IPFW could have been ready for that, and I'm not sure what they would have done. Number 8, Jessica Rary back to serve. We need a side out here. Oh, there's what we need. That's a nice break for IPFW. Service error.
Bonnie Cannell back to serve for the Lady Dons. And we have two new faces coming in here for the Lady Dons. Number 4, Wendy Vanderwelt coming in for our setter, Jill Lyon. And number 5, April Bear coming in for 14, Bonnie Cannell. Looks like we're going to switch setters here a little bit. Bear is a freshman here out of Concordia High School, and she's not real experienced setting, but I guess she's going to give her a try here and see what happens. And we saw what happens. Freshman mistake.
Service error, although we've seen a lot of that even from our seniors tonight, so I don't think we can put that much on her. It's her first time into the game this evening, and it may take her another time at that to really get going. I think right now is we're just looking for some fresh legs, fresh bodies who can get out there and give us what we need, or maybe a change of pace so that Gannon's not used to what's happening.
I think we have some fresh legs out there with April Bear, not to mention giving Jill Lyons, our starting setter, a little breather. Well, we saw the 2 new people come in, and they number 5 set number 4, and it didn't quite work out that time. Scores tied at 8-8. Gannon still serving.
Wendy Vanderwelt just didn't get up on that ball and put it right into the net.
Pace is slowed down here a little bit, taking a little longer in between plays. Girls getting their breath back.
Oh, a wide set there. There was just really no chance for Vanderwelt to get to that ball, and I think that shows the inexperience and of April Bear, and that's something that she'll just have to work on, because she's going to need at times like this to be able to come in for Jill Lyon and give her a break.
Definitely, and that'll just come with some more experience. I'm sure she's a little nervous here. Not that we have a huge crowd anymore to play in front of, but there are some people left here to stick with the Volley Dons, and she's a little nervous here, her first home game, and things will work out here. They're only down by 1.89 here, and there's a lot of match left.
Yeah, I think that we've got a couple substitutions. We'll stop that here. Lyons and Cannell coming back in to the lineup. I think that they said they were ready, probably just went out for a breather, and they want to get back into this action. They did lose against Grand Valley, and I think that they really want this win.
I think they really need this win, not as much for their record, but for a moral victory, give them some confidence going into tomorrow.
Nasina anxious to serve back there. She's just waiting for those substitutions to take place. Gannon is up 1 point again. They lead 9-8.
And there's a straight down kill that time. The Cousins connect once again. Number 11, Jill Lyon. Number 13, Jana Plummer. Haven't heard much from Jana this game. Passing hasn't been that good, so we couldn't set her a lot, but every opportunity, she's there, ready for the kill.
That was a nice quick set. It was a nice change for IPFW, and it paid off.
And there's an ace that time for Joy Thayer, who's in the game for the first time. And Joy adding only fresh legs, but a fresh arm with a nice serve.
IPFW ties it up 9-9. Thayer will be back to serve again. We are the last volleyball action that is taking place tonight, so we'll see how this has effect on these two teams tomorrow also.
I'm sure we'll have some tired bodies tomorrow, Christy. And there we have number 7, Kathy Wodas, going against our smallest player, Jill Lyon. Jill not quite getting up high enough that time for Kathy, and she blasting it off her hands.
Right, ball went right off the tip of her fingers, and once again, that's just a little bit of the tiredness in the legs, not quite able to get up just as high as they were earlier. And with her height, she needs all of that she can get to get up there to block that ball. Number 7, Kathy Wodas back to serve. We needed just to talk out here and play some good defense, and there it was. Number 12, Temple Sutherland. She just decided that we needed a side out, and she was right.
Back to serve, number 13, co-captain Jana Plummer back to serve, 6-foot senior. Put some heat on that one. Oh, nice middle attack that time by number 15, Janet Palmieri. Score tied 9-9 here in the third game. Best 3 out of 5. IPFW won the first game. Gannon came back and took the second game. Number 15, Janet Palmieri is back to serve. And there's a nice hit that time on a back slide Jill Lyons, number 15, Kristen Gorsline.
Score is tied 9-9, side out, IPFW.
Jill Lyons, the setter, sophomore out of Noblesville, Indiana, state basketball champ in her high school days, came here to play volleyball. And that tip falls this time by number 9.
Mary Winter caught him off guard and just dropped that one over the net.
I think we can definitely count that some tiredness there, not quite ready and anticipating that.
Once again, wiping the floor. It's awful wet out there. If anybody goes down at all, they've got to clear it up before we can continue with the action. And slow action at that right now, I would say.
Definitely.
Got a substitution for Gannon, number 5. Marla McElhaney coming back in for Missy Nasina. Once again, I think they try to put her back in for the height on that front line.
Well, score 9-9 still. IPFW right in there. It's a race to 15. And there's a little help from number 9, Mary Weinert of Gannon, coming up with the big spader.
Mary Weinert still serving 10-9, Gannon's lead right now.
Another tough serve overpass. Oh, miscommunication that time by Gannon and a break for IPFW.
Joy's kind of smiling about that a little bit.
She can smile now because they didn't get to hit it right back down at her.
Number 12, Temple back to serve. Nice
and there
serve.
it comes, Joy Thayer. And there's an overpass. Joy puts it down off the block. Once again, Volleyball tied the score up 10-10 here in game number 3 of the Mark IV Classic.
Swoverland back to serve still.
Oh, and there's a bad set that time from Mary Weinert to number 8, Jessica Rary. A little low. Jessica couldn't get there in time. Hit it in the net. Lady Dons take their lead, 11-10 here in game number 3.
We'll take that break right now. Another nice serve.
Oh, good try that time by Temple. Couldn't quite get it up.
Dawn Woods put that one down. And matter of fact, Dawn Woods is back to serve for Gannon. We'll see if she's got it back there right now. 11-10, IPFW lead. Nice set by Jill.
31. That play's been working all night. When we get the passing there, runs that double quick, back 131. Bonnie on a 31 kill. Jill doing a much better job this match, setting the ball. Of course, the passing has helped, but she's doing a much better job running the team.
Right, I think that little bit of a break helped her out too here. Number 15, Kristen Gorsline served that one. IPFW needs to put some more points here on the board, and that will do it.
Number 13, Jana Plummer. From number 11, Jill Lyons with a straight down 1 ball.
IPFW goes up 12-10. Gorsline back again to serve. Maybe she can keep us on this roll.
There's a block by Joy Thayer and Jana Plummer. And the ball's hit out just wide by Kathy Wodas. Another attack error gives IPFW a 13-10 lead. Kristen Gorsline still serving, senior co-captain.
Seeing IPFW look at the clock and up at the scoreboard a lot more this game, and they're looking at it, seeing 13-10 and really wanting those 2 points to end this game. Another timeout.
Had a timeout by Gannon there. And we asked Jana Plummer earlier this week, are the Volleyball an offensive team or a defensive team? And here's what Jana had to say.
I think we're strong all the way around, and that's what wins us ball games. You know, tough serving, tough passing, and our offense this year is going to be incredibly quick. It's going to be so much better than it was the year before and the year before that. We've got so many more things we can do, and so many more people that are able to do the things we want to do.
And we're back with the action. Kristen Gorsline back to serve for IPFW. If we can put 2 more points on the board here, we are going to knock this game out. Looks like we have a substitution. Ann Pearson coming in for Marla McElhaney from Gannon. Tell you, starting to get tough and tired on name pronunciation even at this time of the night.
Yeah.
So for those of you that are out there hanging with us in this action, hang on, we'll get there.
Oh, there's a nice dig by Temple. Janet puts it over with a tip. Should be a free ball. Could be a point time. Oh, nice block attempt that time by number 13, Jana Plummer.
Plummer had a nice block, but there's just no one there to help her out.
Everyone backed off, thought Janet was going to stay down, but she decided and jump and block for it. Here we watch it again on replay. Out of the back row, Gannon goes up. Jana had her hands up, but just went on our side of the net. Good attempt though by Jana, good aggressiveness.
Bonnie there wiping off the floor. She had made a nice dive attempt at getting to that ball and just couldn't get there in time. Number 8, Jessica Rary serving for Gannon. Oh, nice block by number 15, Janet Palmieri of Gannon, and that's not what we need to start seeing them doing at this point in the ball game.
I think here Jill needs to go a little more to the middle hitter, Jana Plummer. She's had a really good game so far, and that was a good pass. That time she elected to go backwards, and we ended up paying for it. 11-11, Gannon serving, and it's a service error. That time by number 8, Jessica Rary. Big break for IPFW. Leading here in game 3, 13-11.
Bonnie Cannell back to serve for IPFW. Oh, I tell you, she has made a few of those errors tonight. Either it's been into the net or it's been long. She hasn't quite found that nice little interim. Number 4, Ann Pearson served that one for Gannon.
And Joy Thayer on the outside.
Right through the hands of number 15 and 9 on Gannon. Mary Weinert and Janet Palmieri.
Number 1, Joy Thayer going back to serve for the Lady Dons. Hoping to finish this game out. 2 points will win it.
Point right now would be real nice, and there's a good serve to start it out.
And there's a tip, and it falls.
They have seemed to find those times to tip that ball just right over that front line, and it has worked about every time they've made that try.
Well, I think if it wasn't quarter after midnight, I think we might have had that. But the girls getting a little sleepy, I have a feeling. Legs getting tired, not used to staying up quite this late. But I think they're going to push through here. They're still ahead, 13-11 with Gannon serving. Number 7, Kathy Wodas, and Kathy with the service error.
Tell you, I don't think anybody will really want to go back and look at the errors in this game, even in the first one earlier, but especially this one at the late time.
There's a nice serve, overpass. And we have a net that time by Gannon. Number 9, Mary Weiner with the hit from Kristen Gore's line. And number 13, co-captain Jana Plummer trying to serve out the game here. 14-11, game number 3. 1 game apiece. This will send it to 4. Nice serve. Here comes Gannon. Oh, good try by Joe Lyons that time on the block. Just not quite up there high enough.
Dawn Woods with a nice hit there. Just couldn't get up there with that block. So Gannon gets a side out, and another try at coming back. Number 15, Janet Palmieri back to serve.
Yeah, Jill Lyons with a little block of her own that time. Trying to fire up the Lady Dons.
Jill Lyons at 5'6", and Dawn Woods at 5'9". A little bit of a mismatch, but we'll take it. Lyons back for the game.
Mishandled by Gannon, could be a free ball, doesn't even go over.
That's the game for IPFW. They win this third one, 15-11.
IPFW leads the match 2-1, winning the first and the third. Gannon picking up a win in the second. And that'll take us to the 4th game. IPFW looking strong here. Hopefully comes through with a big win here in game number 4.
Everybody's standing up and stretching out a little bit. I think the bleacher seats are getting a little bit hard at this point in the game. We are going to switch sides again.
Well, I think we could say we're in the 7th inning stretch, but I'm not sure if we might be past that a little bit, Christy.
I don't know. It took Gannon a while to move there. They didn't even realize, and I'm sure that's normally second nature, where they just make that move after that game, and they were just still sitting in their chairs and seeing IPFW come over and not realizing what was going on.
Well, both teams sitting down now. Everyone trying to get some water, get some fluids in them, taking a little break. Like we said before, it is late, and I'm sure the tiredness is setting in on the girls, but I think the Volleyball, knowing they have the match maybe at hand, will push through here and give a as much as they can here in game number 4 and come up with a big V.
Well, we really need this win. It will just really help them mentally tomorrow when they come in and have to play these games.
There we have Lisa Sheehan sitting not even with her team. She sent her assistants over there. So I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign.
We'll be back right after this message.
Vince, get up. Safety belt test at 9. Hurry.
Not another windshield taste test. Count me out.
What? The old pro backing down from a motorhome?
Nothing like that. I'm just tired of trying to convince people to wear safety belts. No one's listening.
Safety belt saved Barbara Mandrell.
You're right. Someone listen. Let's hit the road.
You hungry, partner?
Let's do some donuts on the way in.
Good idea.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
Your first try of crack, a very concentrated form of cocaine, can cost just a few dollars. But what does crack really cost? Crack is so poisonous it can kill you, even on your first or second try. Crack is so addictive, you can spend every dollar you have and still not get enough. Crack can cost you your family, your friends, your job, everything and everyone you care about. Crack's price is just too high to pay. A message from the Will Rogers Institute, White Plains, New York.
Well, like you said, Loy, I think IPFW realizes that this is within reach, and they have broken out of their huddle a lot earlier than Gannon this time, and they're waiting for this action to take place.
Gannon kind of struggling out of their huddle, kind of straggling out one by one. There you see IPFW in a huddle. They're trying to fire up for what could be the final game. We could go 5, but I'm sure everyone here sitting and watching, and as well as IPFW's team, hopes this is the final game.
I think so. We still only have 5 players out for Gannon. I think they're just really going out slow, and the coach is calling them over for either another timeout or a quick change in her lineup. I believe they still had a few more seconds, and she still had a couple more things she thought she needed to say at this point. The whistle has been blown, though, and I think IPFW is ready to go. I know we are.
Oh, not only the players have been here for a long time, but there's a lot of workers. I'm sure all the camera people here at Channel 6, as well as us and all the statisticians down there, the men's volleyball team, and everyone's been here for a long time. And I'm sure they want to see Volleyball win, and hopefully it'll be this game.
Right, number 9, Mary Weinert is back to serve for Gannon, and she will get this game started, and hopefully we start out with an early side out. And I think we're going to make a change. They want to keep me busy tonight, I believe.
Well, I think it's IPFW serve.
You are correct, Lloyd.
Number 13, co-captain, senior, Jana Plummer.
Jill Lyon trying to get them fired up here on the front line, saying, let's go, ladies. We can do this one.
There we see official Phil Bodine, former men's player here at IPFW, now officiating, checking out the lineups and checking everyone's in the right position. He says, all right, Keith Neergardner, also who played here, we're ready to roll.
Plummer serving for IPFW, and she was really ready to serve. She put that one long. It didn't look like any tiredness in her on that serve.
Well, I think that's a couple times we started out the game serving the ball out of bounds, whether it's overexcitement or just lack of concentration.
Right, Weiner is now serving for Gannon.
There we see Bonnie out of the back row. And it's a kill by Bonnie.
IPFW takes the early lead, 1-0. I think Gannon stood there and looked at that ball a little bit and tried to figure out what was going on, and by then it was too late.
Number 11, Jill Lyon, sophomore setter, and she comes up with a service error. Jill's had her problems tonight serving. I think she's so worried about running the offense and setting the ball that she might be forgetting about another important part, and that's serving the ball in.
Right, she was sitting there shaking her head after that one like, I just can't believe I did that again, but team says that's all right, let's go, let's get the ball back and see what we can do next time. Dawn Woods back to serve for Gannon.
There's a nice cover there, but can't come up with it. That time Temple Swartland was blocked by number 7, Kathy Wotus. Also number 4, Ann Pearson in on that. So Gannon takes a quick lead. Wood still serving, 1-0. And number 7, Caddy Wotus, kind of just tips the ball over. Says, I'm not going to hit it. I'm going to save my arm here, and just puts it down for a point. So IPFW in a hole here. And the crowd trying to come alive here. Spark the Volleyball on.
Crowd is clapping. Jill was yelling side out, let's go. We'll see if they can do it.
And a double contact called on Jill Lyons.
Hear a little commotion coming from Gannon. I believe that they're not minding if this would go to a 5th game right now. Even though they are tired, I think they would like a win just as much.
I definitely think win is probably the most important factor.
Dawn Wood serve. Bonnie Cannell.
And there's a nice hit by Bonnie. There was a good pass by Temple, showing what we can do when we have some good passing.
Temple Swoverland back to serve. Let's see if we can get another good one coming in here. We need to. It's 3-0.
And the block was there, but it goes down on our side through Kristen Gorsline's hands. I think that's that fatigue factor again, not quite being as strong as she had been in the earlier game.
That's right, 5-0 though. Gannon, they are going to have to do something to get going in this game.
There's a 31 by Bonnie. Tip not good. Joe Lyons there. Chance for the Volleyball. There's a tip, but it's blocked. Another tip, and it goes down this time. Well, Gannon, keep tipping until it works, and it finally does.
Right, Jill Lyon just couldn't get to that ball. Number 7, Kathy Wotus, was the person who made the first and second tip on that. The first time she got a block, and the second time she got it up over.
There we see Jill Lyons still sweeping up the floor of all that perspiration, even though it's late. Girls still working very hard, and it's still pretty warm in here.
Number 8, Jessica Rary, will be serving for Gannon. I think we had a point score wrong. It's 4-0 Gannon with a chance at a point here.
Looked like a throw from here, and that's what Coach Sheehan wanted. Looked like it was out of control that time by number 7, Kathy Wotus, but Keith Neergarten, the official, said nope, looked good from him.
I don't know, I think the officials are tired too. Oh, nice serve. Nice dig by Joy Thayer though, but it just wasn't enough. Another point for Gannon, and they lead this one 6-0.
Well, at this rate, it looks like we could go 5, Christy.
I don't know. Here we got a good substitution. Julie Huber's coming in and get that the younger player back out, Joy Thayer, and see what we can do with some experience.
Let's hope that experience takes over.
Oh, that was just a little wide. That was a break that we really could have used for IPFW. If that one would have fallen in, I think we would have maybe gotten some momentum going. But right now you see the enthusiasm's gone out of their faces, and they're just barely holding on.
There's a roll shot, goes down for number 2, Julie Huber, middle of the court.
Kathy Wotus just lays on her back a little bit. I think she would have rather stayed down than to get up, but at this point they just want to get this over with. Number 3, Denise Scheinman, coming back into the ball game for Kristen Gorsline. Nice serve.
Outside the Wotus, and we have a net call on number 14, Bonnie Cannell. Well, number 4, Ann Pearson, back to serve for Gannon.
Tell you what, there's a big difference on the sidelines. The players aren't even up, keeping their legs warm and ready to go in. They're just sitting down and hoping, I think, they don't have to go back into play. Oh, there was a nice block by Janet Palmieri of Gannon, and they're on a roll, 8-0. IPFW is going to have to make some kind of change and get back into some momentum, get their game going.
Yeah, I don't know what IPFW can do right now to change this momentum.
It goes back to like the first game. I think it's going to have to come out of the girls. They're the ones playing. They're the ones that are tired. And what you said earlier, it's guts and who has it, and I don't know if we have it right now. number 4. And Pearson serving for Gannon.
Nice dig that time by Gannon.
Some good action for a late night game.
And number 7 again, Kathy Wotus off the block. Point Gannon. Gannon just running away with it. Coach Sheehan calls timeout, hoping to do something.
She's talking to Cannell. Her and Plummer were both there for that block and just couldn't pull it off. We at IPFW are pleased to be able to bring you cable casts of NCAA athletic competition. We hope you've enjoyed the games and excitement of intercollegiate sports at IPFW. To provide such programs, we need your support. With the help of student workers and volunteers, we are able to produce these programs at a relatively low cost. Your contribution will help to defray the production costs not covered by the Channel 6 budget. College Cable Access at IPFW invites you to invest in quality college programming by sending your contribution to the College Cable Access Center at IPFW, Fort Wayne, Indiana, 46805-1499. And quickly here back with the action, number 4, and Pearson serving for Gannon, but it was a nice hit by Huber.
IPFW controls, and that time Bonnie Cannell on the back one from Jill Lyons puts it straight down.
Well, we got the ball back. Now we've got to see if we can do something with it. We haven't been able to get any momentum going with our serve at all in this game, and we need to make that change right now.
Here comes the free ball for Lady Dons. Oh, no, I guess the free ball's not coming. Number 15, Janet Palmieri, hits it underneath the net that time instead of over.
I think that was a wet ball. It looked like it just literally slipped right off her hand.
And the Dons are on the board.
Nice dig by number 8, Jessica Rary of Gannon.
And once again, another hitting mistake by Gannon. And IPFW gets 2 quick points.
Well, if Bonnie's what it takes to get us on a roll, I hope she can keep it going. Oh, and there was a nice tip.
There's a nice tip that time by Kathy Rose. Very athletic, Kathy. She has a nice vertical, gets up really high and tipped it right over our block that time.
Right, she played well in the last game against Grand Valley, and you know, she goes up and makes her decision up in the air, and that's really tough to do. Except for right there, she turns around, service error.
Say, as soon as we say something great about these girls, they come back and try to prove us wrong. Once again, I'm sure that has something to do with fatigue.
Julie Huber back to serve for IPFW.
That time, number 10, Dawn Woods from Gannon comes up with a big spike.
That block, Jill Lyon and Plummer just wasn't up there in time. They looked like they were a little bit off.
Substitution for Gannon, number 12, Michelle Boyle comes into the match for number 15, Janet Palmieri.
I don't think we've seen Boyle in this so far. We'll see if she can spark anything for Gannon. I think at this time anybody's looking for anybody new.
And hitting air on Temple Swoverly, hits the antenna, another point for Gannon. They take a lead 10-2 in game number 4. IPFW won the first game and the third game. Gannon came out in the second game, but leads here in a dramatic way, 10-2. Miss hit that time by Jana Plummer. Oh, miscommunication, free ball. Nice dig by number 12, Michelle Boyle.
Temple Swoverland, and this time it goes down cross court. She's tried that shot a couple times, and they finally got it to fall. IPFW is side out. We've got a substitution coming in here. Number 4, Wendy Vanderwilt, comes in for number 3. Plummer serving.
And there's a block right off the bench. Wendy Vanderwilt makes her presence known to Gannon and says, hey, don't hit that my way. Puts it straight down, back to the other side. Point for IPFW. Christy, I'd sure like to see IPFW come back and win this game. I think they can do it if they just reach deep down and pull everything they have.
Well, oddly enough, I'd like to see him for two reasons. One, I'd like to see IPFW get the win, and secondly, we would be finished for this evening. So we also have to come back tomorrow. And there's some enthusiasm. Bonnie Cannell puts that one down in the backcourt. IPFW getting ready to go, really showing that they want to play, maybe try to come back and win this game. They are not out of it, but it is a long road back. Number 13. Jana Plummer serving for IPFW.
Nice serve, overpass. Oh, looked like a left. I think Gannon got a break there. It looked like a lift from here, but
yeah.
Keith Niergard, the official, says, nope, I don't think so. So they go back side out. Number 9, Mary Weinert to serve for Gannon.
Weinert looking to get Gannon back on a roll. Oh, there we go. We need Jill to get more active.
Ball hit out that time by Dawn Woods. Luckily, the tip didn't hurt us that time by Jill. I think that's a good idea by Jill. Just kind of tipped it a little too deep, and Gannon happened to get there. She goes back to serve now. Let's see if Jill can get out of the serving problems and get a couple aces for us. There's a dig. It's up. Temple swings outside. And falls through the hands of Wendy Vanderwild on that play. Looks like she was coming down. The ball was going through. Just didn't quite get the right timing on that. Once again, we see Bonnie down wiping up the floor for that perspiration. We've stopped the game periodically to try to wipe up that perspiration on the floor. The girls are sweating very much. It's very warm in here, even if it is 12:30 at night. And right now, number 10, Dawn Woods, is serving for Gannon.
Gannon looking to put another point on the board. IPFW really needs a side out. Oh, they can't do it with that. Temple Swoverland just tried to put it down, and it went long.
Gannon climbs up another one, 11-4 in game number 4.
We've got to not let them get any momentum back if we have any chance in this game at all.
Once again, number 7, Kathy Wodas, going down the line for a kill. Gannon creeps a point closer to winning this 4th game. They lead 12-4.
Julie Huber a little bit in disbelief, but that's the second time back there she's missed it. She's going to have to wake up and be a little aware of where the ball's coming.
There, Bonnie Cannell punches it through the block that time.
Ann Pearson and Jessica Rary just couldn't quite stop it. I think Bonnie had that in her mind when she put that one down.
Temple Swoverland, number 12, going back to serve. Temple, a junior. Once again, from the outside, Kathy Wodas with the big spike.
Side out Gannon, and I tell you what, they're leading 12-4, and it's going to be really tough right now for IPFW to stop them.
Substitution for Gannon this time. Michelle Boyle comes out, and back into the lineup is number 15, Janet Palmieri.
Jessica Rary just waiting for the floor once again to be cleared.
Nice pass outside of Huber. No one up, and she can't put it down. There's a roll shot. Nice play by Jill Lyons. Wendy Vanderwill has to just hit it over. Outside again to Lotus.
Nice
and she's
block.
blocked. Gannon puts it back up. Little miscommunication. Good opportunity here for the Lady Dons. Pass goes awry. Dug again.
Number 8, Jessica Rary dug that one.
And number 4, Ann Pearson couldn't quite handle that one. Hits it out of bounds.
Lots of towels out on the floor. I think this is the most I've seen, 3. It's just got to be rolling off of them at this point. I know I'm very warm and I've been sitting tonight, so playing in this gym has just got to be really difficult. Got a substitution here for Gannon, number 5. Marla McEhaney coming in for number 4, Ann Pearson.
Number 4, Wendy Vanderwilt back to serve for the Lady Dons. Score 4-12 in favor of Gannon here in the fourth game. Dug by Jill Lyons, set outside. Oh, she snuck it through. Julie Huber with a cagey shot.
What a break for IPFW there. We really needed that point, and I don't think Huber was sure where she was going to put it, and it just fell through the block on the other side.
And that's definitely not what we needed. Momentum killer right there, serving the ball in the net. Gannon up 12-5 here in game number 4. We have another substitution.
Number 6, Missy Nasina coming in. We've seen that substitution a lot tonight, putting her back to serve. We'll see if IPFW can stop this.
Nice pass by Temple.
Huber going cross court.
Julie comes up with a cross court kill. Looks like IPFW is hanging tough.
They're not ready for this game to be over, that's for sure. Number 14, Bonnie Cannell back to serve.
A nice dig that time. Outside. And a kill off the outside blocker's hands from Julie Huber. Another point for the Lady Dons.
IPFW's only trailing 6 now, and you can say only 6 because it's been such a long game, and it seems like they were stuck on 1 forever. But we are moving, and that's a long service by Bonnie. We've seen a couple of those in this game so far.
Seems like every time we get a point, we follow it with the service error.
Number 3, Kelly Matucci, I can't even say her last name. We haven't seen her yet tonight. Comes in with a nice serve for Gannon, and we just aren't really ready to play that.
Definitely miscommunication there by the Lady Dons. Everyone wanted to play it, but no one wanted to play it, so ended up not going over.
Got a little bit of control on this one, and Huber puts it down on the line, and it looked good, and they called it good. So that's side out IPFW, and boy, we had to stop them at that point because at 13 points, they're seeing the end of it, and IPFW has a long way to come back, and we couldn't allow them to get any more. Julie Huber serving for the Dons.
Nice dig by Bonnie. Nice set by Jill to Bonnie in the back row.
Once again,
IPFW caught off guard, Christy.
Julie Huber, that's her 3rd one on the back line there. I can't blame it all on her, but I tell you that she's got to wake up and be aware of where those balls are coming because they know that she's not really on with it right now, and they've sent a couple back to her on purpose.
There's a hitting error by Temple Swoverland. Hits it in the net. Gives Gannon 14. One more for game number 4.
Janet Palmieri serving for the game for Gannon.
There's a block by Gannon. And put down by number 9, Mary Weinert, and we're going 5 here in the Mark IV Classic.
IPFW loses this one, 15-6. I didn't think we were going to have to see game 5, but I guess they don't want us to go home yet, that's for sure. And they must not be ready, so I guess we'll stick around. Not much talking over there. There is a little bit on Gannon's side, but IPFW's kind of walking.
And welcome back to the Mark IV Classic here at the Multi-Purpose Center. IPFW losing the 4th game, taking it on to a 5th game. The score is 15-6. Here in the 5th game, it's rally scoring. Every serve counts. A side out is a point, a serve is a point. So it doesn't take very long, 10 to 15 minutes, and the winner will be decided. Also, once it's played to 15, win by 2, cap on 17. You can't go above 17, win by 1. So here, Christy, let's see if the Volleyball can hold on here and get their first win in the Invitational.
They're going to have to come out and really ready to play. I tell you what, they're awful quiet, and I'm hearing a lot of motivation coming from Gannon's side. The girls are yelling. They seem ready to go. They know that they just won that last game, and they've got the momentum on their side right now. IPFW is just really going to have to see what they can do.
Well, we see both teams getting instruction from their coaches, getting a break, grabbing a glass of water, sitting down, taking a big breather, and hopefully getting ready for this short but very intense 5th game. Fifth game usually is the hardest fought. Every point counts. Every serve counts. We've had problems serving here tonight, so we'll have to see if maybe the serving improves. Maybe not as tough, but at least they'll get it over.
Yeah, I think we've had the service problem on both sides tonight, but we've got a nice shot there of the audience. They are a little worn out also.
There we see one of our lines judges, Juan Ortiz. He plays on the men's team, and he's been here since 6 o'clock like us, and he's been staying the whole time doing the lines and all the games, and he's tired. Well, there's one over there. We got them lying down all over the place.
I tell you what, we'll take them, though. They're still here and watching IPFW play.
They must have took a nap this afternoon.
All right, well, here we go, and we're getting ready to start Game 5. IPFW in a little huddle there. They're trying to get things together. Last-minute instructions, hoping that they can talk this through and get it out. Looks like they're out there with their tall lineup right now.
Well, it looks like they went back to the experience here. They have Bonnie and Wendy, as well as Jana and Temple and Julie out there with Jill the setter. Let's see if we can get fired up. What's left here? The crowd's clapping, trying to spear on the Volleyball. Number 9 for Gannon. Mary Weiner, the setter, is back to serve. And the crowd's going crazy. Look at them all. They're standing up, cheering. And the game starts. Good serve by Gannon.
Number 12, and there's 1 point. IPFW. Temple Swoverland puts that one down cross court. And I tell you, they need to get that motivation going early, and that's the kind of play we need.
Most important in rally scoring, game number 5, get an early lead. They lead 1-0. Every serve counts.
Temple Swoverland back to serve. Nice serve.
There's a nice serve. Going to be a free ball for IPFW. Chance to pick up a point here. Good pass. X-play to Bonnie. Oh, and she's blocked.
Excellent block by Jessica Rary. Bonnie had just like she was really ready to put that one down, and she gets up and she had a surprise there that time. Number 10, Dawn Woods back to serve for Gannon.
Nice pass, set outside. It's
Huber
a tip.
With the tip. Oh, through the hands. Bonnie looks around like, did someone pick that up behind me? But no one did. The ball goes to the floor. 2-1. Gannon's leading. We've got to get this stopped.
Important for IPFW, get a side out here. Oh, and there it is. Serving, very crucial in rally scoring. Every point counts.
2-2. Number 4, Wendy Vanderwilt back to serve for IPFW.
Oh, and she comes right back with a mistake of her own.
That's what we said before. We haven't just seen service errors on IPFW side. We have seen them on both.
And that's very important here in game number 5.
That's really crucial right now. Jessica Rary with a nice serve.
And there's an attack here by number 4, Wendy Vanderwilt. Gannon comes out to a big lead, 4-2. May only seem like 2 points, but that's very big in rally scoring.
Jill Lyon saying, settle down, let's go. Oh, that was a nice hit by Bonnie.
There's a block at the net. Back up, though, by Gannon. It's a roll, and it falls.
There goes Kathy Wotus. She's tipped and tipped and tipped tonight, and I tell you, she has put a lot of points on the board with that.
Kathy Wotus, a very intelligent volleyball player, knowing when to hit it, know when to tip it.
5-2 Gannon.
Right now, the Volleyball's in a hole. You see Janet trying to wipe with the floor, trying to take some time off. Gotta get a side out here if we have any chance in game number 5. Once again, pass goes awry. Gonna have to give a free ball. Let's hope the defense holds. And a break for IPFW. The ball hit wide that time by Wotus. So once again, a point given IPFW, 3-5. You could use a point here by Bonnie. Hopefully a good serve.
Oh, that looked close to being on the line. I tell you, she has had problems with that serve tonight. But that gives Gannon another point, and they lead this 6-3. Number 6, Missy Nasina. Into serve for Gannon. We've got to get something rolling here. Huber with a nice hit.
Nice dig. Ball's coming over. Roll in the middle of the court. Gannon has it. It's a tip. We have it. Should be a point here for IPFW. Nice play by Gannon. Oh, Crowd wanted a double hit on that one, Christy, but they aren't going to get it. But luckily, Gannon hit it out anyway. Point
Right.
IPFW.
That was a nice break for IPFW.
Back to serve, number 2, Julie Huber, and we have a substitution. Julie's not going to serve.
Joy
Cheeks,
Thayer's coming in.
Cheeks brings in a little fresh legs, hoping Joy has a good serve, can get a couple aces here, gets right back into the game. IPFW is down 4-6. Nice serve by Joy. There's a tip. IPFW is there.
Try to catch IPFW off guard on that. But Temple Swoverland says, no way, this one's ours. IPFW 6-5, down 1 point now. Joy Thayer trying to get this team rolling.
Very important, Joy, take your time here, not get caught up in the action, get a good serve. And she did
right.
just what I told her not to.
She looked like she was really concentrating and trying to decide what she was going to do with that, but it just barely nipped the top of the net. Unfortunately, in this game, that's a point for Gannon. Number 7, Kathy Wodas serving. Oh, this is
not a good play. Here comes a free ball. And another break for IPFW. The ball hit out of bounds by Woods, number 10.
Gannon was calling for a tip on that ball. They thought someone on IPFW touched it before it went out, but everyone else said no, it was a wide ball, so we'll take it.
Substitution for the Lady Dons, number 3, Denise Scheinman coming in for Jana Plummer. Denise had her problem serving tonight, but has made a couple defensive plays. We could really use that right now.
Dons only trail 1 point, 7-6 Gannon. They're trying to keep themselves fired up over here.
A point here can make the difference in the world.
We need to really tie it up at this point.
It's a good serve. And a nice tip that time by the setter for Gannon, number 9, Mary Weiner. Catching Bonnie off guard.
Right, that was right on the line.
Showing her experience.
Janet Palmieri serving for Gannon.
Nice pass. There's a tip. Here comes the ball. Yeah, and Jill Lyon for the Lady Dons says, here, take that. Showing she's got a little muscle of her own, shoving it down on the other side. Jill Lyon back to serve.
Oh!
Another service error.
Caught up in the excitement of that block, and it's 9-7 Gannon. Back to serve, number 9, Mary Weinert.
Tell you what, IPFW hurting themselves. They're playing well enough to win. They just can't serve the ball over the net. Outside to Bonnie.
Oh,
and
she
puts
slams
it down. A lift call off the block. So IPFW hanging in there, just not getting their serves in. Hopefully Temple here can get us something going.
Ann Pearson wished she didn't have that right then because Gannon was on the roll, but we'll take it. 9-8 Gannon. Temple serving.
Here comes Gannon. Ball good. No one home for the Lady Dons. Gannon again, 2-point lead, 10-8. Game number 5, rally scoring. Play to 15, win by 2, cap on 17.
Dawn Woods is going to be substituted. Number 3, Kelly Matucci coming in, and she had the serve last time. We'll see what she can do here.
Nice pass by the Lady Dons. And a kill for Wendy Vanderwill on the weak side. Not heard much from Wendy. It looks like we have a double substitution here, Christy.
Yeah, we have number 7 for IPFW, Carol Lamar coming back in, and also number 13, Plummer, returning back in.
Carol, a freshman here, a little risky play by Lisa, putting a freshman in, crucial situation, but though she couldn't serve much worse than some of the other ones.
No, last time in, service error, first time into the net, so we'll see if she's ready to play this time. There's the nice serve, and that's maybe what Cheeks was looking for.
Once again, number 7, Kathy Wodas, towing the line for Gannon, coming up with another big attack. Still, IPFW cannot get past that 2-point advantage.
9-11.
Number 8, Jessica Reary back to serve for Gannon. And the pass goes awry. Gannon, 3-point lead on the ace from Rary.
IPFW can't let this momentum go anymore. Gannon is on a roll, 12-9. Rary back to serve. We need a point right here. And Julie says, I've had enough. Julie Huber, the back line kill.
We've been needing that for a while. Well, we need to make a stand here, Christy. Right now, we can't give up any more points.
Bonnie back to serve.
And they go to Wotus as expected. The tip doesn't fall.
Tip.
Good try by Jill.
Nice dig by Bonnie, but we lifted that by Jill. And I tell you, I think she was looking for another tip, but instead carried the ball up. And that gives Gannon another point. It is 13-10. We can't afford to lose any more of those.
Another substitution for Gannon, number 6, Missy Messina in the lineup. For number 4, Ann Pearson. There's a nice tip by number 2, Julie Huber. Volleyball still in 2, only a 2 away. They have to have a point here. We can't give them another one. They had 14. Need a tough serve here by Julie. Cheeks trying to fire her girls up, saying, come on, girls, we can do it. Number 7 for Gannon, still in the front row. Kathy Wotus, my guess would be the ball will be set to her.
Huber serving with a nice one there.
To Wotus.
To Wotus.
It's a...
Oh, I don't know what Temple Swoverland was thinking at that point.
I think the ball kind of hit the block and went in a different direction than she expected it. Here we are, match point for Gannon. IPFW has to side out and can't give up any side outs after that if they want to win this match.
And no better person for Gannon than Kathy Wotus to be serving this final serve. Hopefully not for IPFW. Oh, all right.
IPFW, Swoverland with the kill. Well, Chrissy, from here out, IPFW cannot side out. Any side out by Gannon and the game is over.
I know. We'll have to see here. They're making a couple substitutions.
Denise Scheinman comes in.
And Vanderwilt's coming back in, and I believe she's coming in for her size on that front net to try to stop anything that they have coming over. They're going to have to really beware, though, for Wotus to make another tip because she's been real active with that tonight.
Very important for a good serve here from Scheinman. Here it comes. And there it is.
And that's it. Okay, Gannon wins this one 15-12, so out of 5 games, they win it 3-2. We hope that everyone will join us tomorrow. Action will start, I believe, at 12 o'clock, and if you tune in and we're not here, tune back in at 2. Volleyball and Christy Walker will see you tomorrow. Hope you had a good evening.
Good night.